up, YouTube? It's your girl Korea, and I'm coming to you with story time part 2. This story time is going to include my stepfather's death. It's going to tell you about what led up to it, the problems and situations that was going on to lead up to him dying at the age of 32, the day after his birthday, March 26th. And I remember I was going to Kennedy Middle School. Y'all can know what it is, because y'all don't know where it's at. Big Dog was like, oh my God, he was so great. He was so smart. He was so inspirational. He was so full of wisdom and knowledge. Like, it was just crazy. And when I was little, I was at the point where I didn't realize how valuable that was. I didn't realize how, even though I didn't have a dad, I did have somebody that was my dad, my father. And he took the time out to talk to me when I had attitudes and didn't want to talk, and I sat there and not open my mouth for hours while he talked to me and he asked me questions. I ain't opening my mouth. I was a bitch. I said that the first time. I was a bitch. I said, oh my God. He was diagnosed with congested heart failure when we were younger. Like, when I was in, oh, he was on Social Security disability with my mother also, because she had cancer. And that's another story time. I'm gonna get to that. But she had cancer and he had congestive heart failure. I remember in like the winter time of 7th, 8th grade year, he went to go put some rims on his Charger. Like the winter time of 7th, 8th grade year, he went to go put some rims on his Charger. That was his shit. So he was in Detroit. Winters are cold and brutal here. And he was outside with his problems that he already had, trying to get some wheels put on his, rims put on his car. So while outside, he ended up catching pneumonia. They say the pneumonia and the congestive heart failure is the reason behind his death, but I don't know, it just didn't add up. But I'm just gonna tell y'all. So it was in the winter time. He was in the hospital for a little minute, and he used to ask me to come and visit him. And me feeling so terrified in the hospital because of how long my mama was in there and how long my grandma was in there, I wasn't fucking with hospitals no more. I wasn't going towards no hospitals. I really still don't, but I am unfortunately having to get over that fear because of the unfortunate event that happened with my boyfriend, which is another story time I'll be telling later down the road. So he was asking me to come up to the hospital. I was not fucking with it, and he asked me on his birthday, could I come to the hospital just to say hi, and I didn't. Big Dog and my brother and my mother actually had a conversation on the phone the night before he passed away, which was his birthday. He was on the phone with my mom and brother Korea, and he was saying that he loved us and that he cared about us so much. And was telling my mama thank you, and also told her that she was his best friend and that he loved her. After that, we just knew that he was okay. We didn't think nothing of him saying what he said, but it's like he just knew something was gonna happen, and he reassured that we was all loved and everything was all good. My mama got a phone call in the middle of the night. I remember hearing her phone ring, and I just remember her screaming like bloody murder, like, I don't know what was said on the phone, but what automatically popped up in my mind was something bad happening. Because why she just screaming in the middle of the night, like 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning? So me and my brother, well, I hear my mama crying. I get up to see what was going on. My mama said that she has to go down to the hospital to see what was going on with Big Dog. And I remember going in my brother's room and watching cartoons with him. We was watching Scooby Doo. The What's New Scooby Doo. Yeah, I remember that. We was watching What's New Scooby Doo sitting in the bed, and my next door neighbor, which I'm gonna name her Auntie Riri, used to come and stay with us because my mom was going through the stuff that she was going through on top of going through what was going on with Big Dog. So she would come to the house and sit and stay with us when my mom would go to the hospital and wash Big Dog up and do everything that she was supposed to do as a wife. And obviously that's why I'm like that. Everybody keep telling me that I'm doing something that so special and so, oh my God. I don't feel like I'm doing anything. I feel like I'm still in love with the person that I was with, because that's how my mama was. I can't help but to mirror off of what goes on around me. You feel me? So yeah, my mom used to go up there, take care of him, clean him up, make sure he was good, and they used to come sit with us. So she came over, and my mama told her the news, and she instantly peed on herself. She peed on herself. I still didn't know really what was going on, but I knew it had to be bad that all of this shit was going on. My uncle ended up coming to the house. My mother's brother ended up coming to the house, and I was just like, okay, what the fuck? My mom comes back. She tells us that Big Dog is gone. Now, this hit me so hard because I knew how horrible of a person I was to him, but he still took out his time to not. He didn't never raise his voice at me. He never cursed at me. He always was the one that be like, "Please, Mama Korea, get off of her. She is good." Cause my mom used to. I was bad. I used to do some shit. Y'all find out. But that's how he was, and I was still such a bitch. And I felt so bad, and I still do to this day, but I know that he knew that I was still young, and he knew that, because we used to talk all the time. We talked about a lot of stuff, and I still to this day remember bits and pieces of what he said. And he told me I'm not gonna realize what he's saying is true until I grow up and experience life. He wasn't about to hold me to how I felt and how I treated him, because he knew that I was hurting inside. He used to tell me that. And I'm so grateful that I had a father in my life like him. The short period of time that I did have him, well, it's not a short period of time. He's been with my mother since I was 2 years old. He took me in. Like I said on the other video, he set up a trust fund for me and my brother. We spent it how we wanted to spend it on. I bought a car. He took care of us. He took care of my mama. We in this big, beautiful house because of everything that him and my mama did. Like, I'm just grateful that I can think back and have those memories with him. It hurts my heart that my brother wasn't old enough to know and remember more, but that nigga spitting image. Oh, that nigga spitting image, cause Big Dog used to get under my skin. My brother do the same thing. Brother Korea is, but yeah. From that experience, I learned also from that you don't take people for granted, especially people that's willing to go through you when you have your emotional phase, go through it when you have your I don't want to talk phase, go through it when you want to have your I want to chill and be friends, and you picky and fickle about how you act. If you have people in your life that's willing to love you for you, you keep them, you stick by them people, dog, and you love them to death, and you just remember that not a lot of people have people in their life like that. I'm so grateful that I did have him in my life, because that's the reason why I am the person that I am today. So that was my story time. Um, I'll be uploading these every try to do 2-3 days. You feel me, to try to get my little subscribers up. But please subscribe, watch, like, comment. Thank you for watching.